Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, but for now, let's get into the video.
So every time I go out on dates with these men, they always assume after the second or third date that like nothing's gonna happen. They think that I'm too innocent or too prudish or something, and I'm not sure what's giving off that impression because, like, look at me. You can just throw me around. Look at me. You could just throw me around. Look, you could just have your way with me. Like just like I can take it. I swear to God, I swear to God, I can.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but she took me by surprise. That was exactly what I was thinking when I first saw her. Innocent and prudish. At least now we all know that she can take it.
So I eat in my car because I'm an absolute psychopath. This car has been waiting for me for 10 minutes and I have an appointment at 7. It is 6:39. I'm paying for my time because you have to pay to park in the street. My meter is going, baby. And this car goes in and out, in and out, in and out. Doesn't a lettuce. He doesn't roll down his window. And if he were to ask me a question, I'd be like, oh, like, I'm parked here, like, I'm not moving anytime soon. Or, hypothetically, he's just waiting. But I'm eating my sweet green. So we're gonna wait and see if he'll do it. How was your day?
It was a very good day until, let's say, 10 seconds ago. Then you started chewing and talking at the same time.
He's flashing his headlights. I'm not moving.
Okay, maybe as a man I can understand why you're watching, that's a big maybe. But she went on for 5 minutes and 30 seconds just eating in her car. As a woman, why would you be staying there for 5 minutes and 30 seconds just watching her eat?
I was celibate for a year and a half while I was traveling the world and I fell into it accidentally, but I want to talk about my journey. I think everybody should be celibate at least once in their life. I started traveling April of 22. I met my brother, I went to Greece, and boy, was I the opposite of celibate. I had my legs cracked open like the doors to a museum. Come and look at this art, baby. And after about 2.5 months in Europe, I flew to Canada to work there for a couple of months. About a month and a half in, I was like, ooh, getting dry. We're shifting from waterfall to desert. When I tell you, I didn't even realize that I wasn't getting any. I forgot it actually existed. And in the moment that I realized I had forgotten it existed, I started reflecting on my life a little. I looked around and I went, this kind of rocks. My life kind of top tier shit right now. And I realized removing sex from the equation was one of the contributing factors in my happiness. So I decided to stay celibate through many obstacles. My God. I did have moments where I was like, is this worth it? Because Jesus Christ. Because I was in the most beautiful places in the world with the most beautiful people from around the world. And there were times where I thought, am I missing out? But I'll tell you why I stayed celibate. The first reason is while I was in Sydney and I was getting drunk all the time, I didn't have the best lifestyle. I realized that I was getting used often. That I would sleep with somebody and feel like I was giving a part of myself to them and never hear from them again. I felt like an instrument to their satisfaction and not like a real human being with a soul. And I didn't want to feel like an object anymore. Second reason is it allowed me room to grow and learn about myself as a human, which was the whole reason I traveled in the first place. And it allowed me to really go inwards and facilitate introspection without worrying about the male gaze. I didn't realize how much the male gaze and me worrying about men's perception of me would actually impact my choices and my lifestyle and the way I dress and what I do. It is crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. Male gaze and male's perspective of you. Trust me, you don't want to know the male's perspective of you. And I'm sorry, but all I've heard was everything European got, Canadians can't. Well, at least for a while. Because there's no doubt in my mind you'll go back to your old ways in a minute.
I just watched a TikTok of this gorgeous girl go on her first date with this guy that she met off Hinge, and she seemed so excited, and then she came back to the car and she's like, well, that didn't go well. He was super hot, nice, blah, 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 successful, but he just talked at her the entire time. And I rest my case. This is why guys half the time want to hang with girls. People in the comments were saying it's like they see us as free therapy sessions in dates, and honestly it kind of is. And it's also like, yeah, I pulled her, like this validates me. Like they might not even want to have sex, they might actually not even care to take it there, but the fact that they've like ticked off a little, like it's like a little dopamine hit to them, like they've pulled a girl, cool, that's all they actually care about. They don't even care to get to know you. Like if they're just talking at you, not to you, there's a difference. You got to learn it. If you leave and you feel like, wow, I know so much about that person, and then you really think, how many questions did they ask me? How much do they know about me? They talked at you. They don't care about you. Find the next one. Thank you and good evening.
Yeah, that's great. He's gonna go home after that first date without the SEX and he's gonna say, I pulled her. Not really what men say or do. Maybe you're just that interesting that he needed to carry the entire conversation. Oh no, wait, cause she rested her case. What case? It wasn't even your case. You saw some other lunatic's video on TikTok. Never happened to you cause you would have shared that story and yet you're here giving advice about something.
Do you know you have 30 minutes? Are you kidding me? 30, yes.
That is way more than what I need. According to research, I only need 7 to 12 minutes. Ah, who am I kidding? I only need 30 seconds. Which one of you lady want me, have me. And a 3-minute shower. Then put my clothes back on, so let's say another minute, and I never need more than 10 seconds to be out the door.
If you're feeling like about your dating life, or like everyone sucks, or you're making terrible decisions, I do want to remind you that I, at 33 business years old, dated a guy with one leg who ghosted me on the 4th of July. Thank you.
What would in reality be 33 business years old? 50 maybe? No, my point is, yeah, dating is hard, but you couldn't even keep that one leg guy. What was the flex again? The guy with one leg ghosted you? You were way too charming for him, I'm sure, and he must have got insecure about something.
I keep seeing this video that's like, if he loves you, he will get upset, blah, blah, blah. And I've been thinking, like, is that even true? Like, if somebody loves you, will they get upset? Is that the measure at which we can decide whether somebody loves us or not? Like, if they don't get upset, then they don't love us. If they do get upset, then they do love us. Anyway, the conclusion I've come to is, like, no, that is no way to measure the way that somebody feels about you. Like, for example, some people don't like crying. Some people won't get upset about things, like because of their conditioning, like because of the way they've been brought up and because of what they believe is right or wrong. Like, no matter how much they love you, they won't get upset. And equally, some people really enjoy getting upset and use it as a way to get their needs met. So they may not love you, but they may be using this tactic of being upset as a way to get what they want in a relationship.
Yeah, because that's exactly what men do to get what they want in a relationship. They start crying. The question is not even if they love you or not. The question is more of what you've done. You disrespect a man, he's gonna get upset, regardless if they love you or not. You cheat on a man, he's gonna get upset, regardless if he loves you or not. Just as I'm sure you would get upset too if a man cheated on you.
Having a work crush as an adult is equivalent to having like a middle school crush that you know you're gonna see every day. You know there's lore, you know you're gonna like exchange glances and maybe one of you will say something passing by. Like, that is the equivalent of having a work crush that you don't know. And the best thing is, like, when the universe also doesn't want you to know. Like, the other day I tried to find out who my work crush was. I couldn't. I simply could not, which means that I'm not meant to, which means I'm just supposed to live in this space of like not knowing, of like, will they, won't they, who is he in a relationship, hopefully not. But anyways, if you've experienced it, you know that it's like the same vibes.
And how would you know if you couldn't find your work crush? And by that I mean, oh no, you meant that you were hoping someone will have a crush on you and you couldn't find anyone. And the best part is not that it feels like you're still in school. The best part is when HR department gets involved and one of you gets fired. And by one of you I mean him.
Ladies, I have a question. How come last month we were all like the bear? I choose the bear in the woods. You know, remember that? When we were like, bears are better than men. What the is going on? Why am I seeing a boatload of women on the For You page all like, Wade Wilson? Are you okay? Are you okay? Okay, because that man unalived 2 women. But y'all are like,
I have to warn you, I'm an animal in bed.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Pet me and bring me food.
No, doggy first and then you get a treat. Or do you get a treat during? Anyway, this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe and I will see you in the next one.